All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Kaiji, Season 1, Episode 14.
All right. We're
Two people have fallen.
We're going across. But now everyone has stopped out of just pure fear.
Yeah, because, fear can't be logicked out. Not in the long run.
No amount of leadership, row, fight the power is going to keep you from feeling that innate evolutionary fear of death.
I'm a squishy meat sack and I can't see the bottom.
I can't see the bottom. I am also feeling the intense wind pressure that I didn't know was out there because, it's probably being broken a little bit by the buildings and nearby. So,
and then your mind also is playing tricks on you because it's like, oh, fuck, I don't want to die. Yeah.
Right, so there might actually not even be that strong a wind. It's just a little breeze, It's just that, you're
not ready for
at
this.
the mercy of that. And so meanwhile, we have rich financial realm folks gambling on this whole situation here, showing that in some ways, yes, they don't care about what happens to them here. This is kind of the fuck Kaiji group. Yeah. Because their money is not being made with them here, it's being made with the people outside. This is so entirely fucked for them.
And the only thing you have to go on to hope that maybe this is worthwhile is that this time they're keeping their word.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you're so fucked, Kaiji.
Like
the only thing you have going for you is that you're the main character right now.
Yep.
But you're gonna watch so many people die.
And you have some side characters that can die.
Yeah, and you're probably going to feel that combination thing of what we talked about before of he's probably going to feel guilty for every single person that dies because he led them across this.
Yep.
But then also he's probably gonna have survivor's guilt of where it's the wait, I maybe overcame my fear and became a stronger person because of this, or maybe I didn't,
And what I would personally love to see as a little, a wish to the show. Who's to say that just because they're not directly competing with each other, that they won't want to start pushing each other off? Because if person in front of you starts panicking and can't move forward, you'll start to panic. Yeah. They need to either get across or get out of your way.
Yep.
So,
it's not about time necessarily. It's just being able to survive.
Yeah. It's not about reward money. It's about your goddamn life.
Yep. So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, Kaiji.
Ghost. Oh God, we're hallucinating now. Oh yeah.
Pleading with God and everyone.
My feet are already starting to feel that pressure,
Yeah.
Oh, Kaiji! What a legend! Be careful if he flails back.
Yeah, he might have, assumed that you were gonna push him or something.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh shit, what if people start blaming him?
Yeah. I want to go back. Yeah, he's gonna want to turn around and be like, turn around, Kaiji.
Yeah.
Why aren't you turning around?
Yeah, because, if you haven't crossed the halfway point,
God, this is like a One Piece moment here.
Yeah,
just pleading, people screaming, their eyes
look up and say, save us, and I'll look down
contorted
and
and everything, and
no.
Pure terror.
Yep.
Oh shit. Whoa. Oh fuck.
That's a line.
That is. Oh yeah, eventually it'll just get better. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll just keep repeating the same things, expect a different outcome. Yeah. Shit.
Fuck.
Oh, so now that they're faced with death, they don't realize that they can... Oh, wow. Rather than staring at that and accepting the reality that their lives have always been genuine, he's saying that they're trying to avoid that
Right,
reality.
they've been living in denial their whole lives, and this is just a continuation of that.
Yeah. Wow! Oh, that's so fucked, but I love it!
Yeah.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Wow, adding positive stakes to the idea that Kaiji could make this cross, and
well, but also it's characterization for Tonegawa.
Yeah,
that he's doing all of these things to kind of rationalize it for himself.
Yeah, and
yeah,
someone of course hopes.
Okay, well now, hey, you don't have anyone before you, Kaiji. What?
Kaiji,
you are so lucky you didn't touch him.
Oh god, that voice acting.
Yeah, there was
that felt like
that
he
was convincing.
Retching and screaming for like. Yeah. I was waiting for this to happen. Yeah, and they go down together.
Yep.
Yeah, he was just doing a decent...
just trying to keep his nerves. Well, Kaiji, no one's in front of you. You gotta go.
Holy shit, is it down to 4 people already? Yeah, rage!
That's all you got right now.
That might have just saved them all. 3 minutes. Okay, only
just
3.
them.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, these are the 3 characters we cared about, so yeah.
Yeah, because you're gonna be so tense, your legs will get tired eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just, yep, Yeah, he can't move. Yeah. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
And this is the person that you saved, Kaiji.
Mm-hmm.
You could be debt-free right now, but you chose to save this person.
Yeah.
And now...
Yeah. And he would not be here.
Yeah.
He would not be here.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah, he remembers, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that's... Yeah, don't look down.
Nope.
He did it. He did it.
Okay.
Let's go. You're not
All
Mr.
right.
Unlucky 4. Come on, buddy.
And this is, again, what makes Kaiji the ultimate survivor, because it's not just him.
Yeah. You need to lead him in like a chant or something. Oh.
You at least get out of here. I'm paying you back for the...
Yeah.
For the money you spent saving me.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Oh. Yeah, they did this exact same thing in Squid Game. They might have like even...
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't know how to find him.
Yeah. I only have a few seconds, man.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna make 2 more steps and that's it. Oh, that's probably how he got into gambling, maybe. Pachinko,
Sure.
You know? That's such a big thing, you know?
Yeah.
Oh. Alright, even if he does die, we're gonna be carrying that! Yeah, absolutely! bond between men. Let's go.
Yeah. Shit.
I think he just wants to be done. He's suffered too much with his fear. Once he turns around, I think he's gonna fall intentionally.
Yep. Same. He might see if he can sit around to watch Kaiji get to the other side.
Yeah.
But I get the feeling he doesn't even want to do that.
Just stand there and just keep encouraging him. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Good. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
That's gonna be his mantra for the whole rest of this show.
Yep. Oh, so he did face it. He's accepted death.
Right.
He's accepted the mortality of life. He knows.
Yeah, if he can't win the usual way, he'll find another way to get a win.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yep.
He faced it at the end. That's true. In their final moments, people show you who they really are. Don't look back. He's already fallen. He's already gone.
He's not even there anymore.
Yeah, I know. Once he turns around, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's good. That hits. That hits in the heart.
Hits hard.
Like, that hits hard. Damn it.
Oh God. And that's such a short distance to have gone.
Yeah. Because he's turned around so many times. He's barely made forward progress. Yeah.
Yep. Not even halfway.
He didn't even scream specifically so that you would.
So that he wouldn't make you panic.
Yeah. 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 Oh, he had to even intentionally like hold his mouth shut. What a legend. Hey, at least the only other person here is ahead of you. You can use that as bolstering encouragement that if they can do it, I can too. Imagine how it is for Sahara, you know?
Oh yeah, he's just like, fuck.
Yep. One thing you don't want is for Sahara to make it across, and then you to be the only person out here, though.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Let's bring the music. This is actually a really cool way to accelerate the game in general. Just kill everybody else. Give him like the main final, you know, step of this. Because then it's going to be about the mental battle entirely. Oh shit, he's seeing a ghost. He's literally seeing a ghost right now.
There we go.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
It's not Kaiji and Sahara Ultimate Survivor.
Oh yeah, we do have another one here.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, he might do it. Yeah, no, he's not going to though. The episode's called Ghost.
Oh! This is such an image. Oh my god. Oh, whoa. I did it. Yeah. This is real.
And then he slips. I'm just waiting for a ghost's hand to grab his foot.
Just push. Wow. Shit.
Damn.
They can see each other and communicate. Yeah, thank you. Wow. Yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still here. But they do reach each other, yeah.
But it's something.
Yeah, because he can't see. He can't see Kaiji.
Yeah, he can't turn back. Holy shit.
Oh. We're dropping the Hunter 135 lines here. Are you still there?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Right. You have one person's heart who's reaching you right now. Yeah.
And then he falls. Oh, shit.
At least it hasn't narrowed at all, you know? It's the same.
Yep.
Ugh. Oh, he's going! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, he did it!
Holy shit. Now don't accidentally touch the thing and get electrocuted.
Oh! Oh!
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
Magnificent pacing and episode. I was worried this would get drawn out too long, you know?
Well, and it did definitely get drawn out, but the way that they decided to do it, they cut out the chaff of like, okay, we know that you don't care about all the other nameless characters, like you know, only as much as you can. Right?
Even Sahara, we mostly like only a little bit care about.
Exactly.
But
it's we're gonna see how this specifically affects these three and their dynamic with each other as they're just trying to get through it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Everyone's dead.
Now there's just two.
Just two. Sahara made it across. Good job. You know, he definitely had the gumption and the stones to do this. He was able to summon up just raw, primal, just fury at the whole situation and ignore his fear. And was able to get across.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he sprinted the final bit because it's hey, I am so tired of being so, you know, so long on this thing for so long that no. If I slip and fall, that's fine, but I'm going to cross this distance in the quickest way possible. I do not want to slip at the last possible second. I'm just going to jump.
Because I probably couldn't walk at this point, right? The nerves would get to me.
My legs are probably numb.
Yeah, exactly. And as I get closer, I'd just be thinking, fuck, don't fuck it up, you know? Right. So he just sprints across, he jumps, as he was slipping basically, and manages to get to the other side. I don't think he's gonna fall or accidentally like touch the.
No, we need someone for Kaiji to interact with. There's gonna be some cool dialogue opportunities here as well because there's some possibilities that this isn't necessarily over. There's
the narrator did kind of say like the final. You know,
the narrator kind of spoiled it and said it's the final. Deal. But you know what?
There's that.
Who's to say what happens after that?
Exactly.
You know?
There is that sick part of me. Now, granted. I think if this were actually going to happen, they would have it be the cliffhanger because that would just be such a sick, twisted cliffhanger. And that Ishida not Ishida. Sahara gets across and then he climbs up and then he goes to open the window and it's just locked, you know? And it's just like, nope, fuck you, you know? But
what would be cool with this is that
but let's be real, he'd punch right through it.
Right. But what I think they could do with that though is then they just have it be something where it's there's a dialogue that has to happen before you get let in. And then they go with that in some way. But But given that that's what happened here, Kaiji's won. In a lot of ways, the discussion of this episode is not going to be about whether Kaiji is going to get across or even what the next episode brings, but it's going to be about what this episode explored. Because this episode explored something really cool. The idea that the previous episode focused on the fear of death, and thus we have the Grim Reaper wafting about.
In this one, makes
giving
sense.
them this feeling that, they are being courted by death.
Right.
It feels very apropos in a visual sense because, hey, this is anime. Let's use our medium to the fullest extent here.
This is already an extreme situation, so let's have the extreme visuals. And I'm really glad that they had people start slipping, right? Because there were elements of it where, you sort of stop feeling the danger of it because it's just oh no, people have to touch the thing in order to fall. It's like, no, this is a narrow thing. You're high up, right? These aren't acrobats, they just do something wrong.
People just walk 2 steps and then just fall.
Yep, exactly. Their legs are shaky or whatever, and there it is.
Right, but I like that it was also an extreme domino effect where no one was falling until someone started falling, and then everyone started falling.
The panic consumes them, and that's it.
The screams of people falling then become the haunting nightmares of the people that are still standing there.
And to then set up the fact that Ishida specifically makes sure that he doesn't scream out as he falls so that he doesn't, like, startle Kaiji.
Yeah, one of the things I think is really, really, really cool about this here was this episode dealt in the idea of human connection and the ways in which we are isolated by not just society, but by the nature of us being human beings and our own fears and our own natures driving us to both connection, but also away from true understanding. That's one of my favorite philosophical topics to go into is the idea of connection and understanding and the ways in which a lot of us as people limit ourselves from getting closer to true understanding because of things like fear or even in some ways our own self-hatred or even the ways in which we discriminate against other people. And this episode basically brought forth the idea that at the final moments of death are actually when we come the closest to true understanding because Ishida in those moments revealed everything about himself. He revealed who he was,
take
kind
my
of
ticket.
person, take my ticket.
At least help my family.
I have no attachment to this anymore other than what it can do for other people. Kaiji, I understand who you are. You're the kind of person who has the will and capacity to do this. I am putting my whole faith, trust, belief, everything in your hands, everything here. So much so to the point that I will commit my life to the point where I do not see it as being anything other than a deterrent potentially for you. So I'm going to die in such a way that gives you the best shot of living and going another step forward. That is pure humanity on display right there.
Yes.
Self-sacrifice in such a way that you give another human being a slightly better chance.
And you know what's sick and twisted about it?
Yeah.
Is that I'll bet the rich people that are watching are gonna get a kick out of that too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They love that shit.
It's like, ooh.
They're like, ooh, we haven't seen this for like 7 games.
Yeah, we only get that every once in a while.
Exactly.
Spicy.
Ooh,
yeah.
wow.
Make sure you pay out for that
It's not so boring that
ticket.
they all fall in the first 10 meters and then someone makes it to the end before succumbing to their nightmares and just drops and it's just boring.
Or just no one does, and then it's just, all right, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
God, I loved the way in which Ishida was explored for this philosophy, this method, because we don't really know him.
Nope.
It's one of the unfortunate things about this section of the story here is it doesn't really give us the opportunity to get to know Ishida any more than we already did, except in this final moment. So the idea that the arc is essentially saying, hey, you know how you never really knew Ishida, but you still went and took a leap to save him because that's who you are, Kaiji? Well, he's going to give that back to you.
Yep.
In a pure, perfect expression of just selfless humanity.
And he truly, there is not a doubt in his mind, you know, that you would for a second take it and just cut and run, and just be like, cool, I get extra money or anything.
Because
you've shown him your character.
Even if you become changed in a worse way, Kaiji, after this. Even if it goes all the way to the point where you isolate entirely, you become a completely, depraved and lonely and sad and despairing person. He believes in you so strongly that he would not even let you know when he died. Right. The fact that Sahara is screaming out, Kaiji, are you still there?
Yep.
He can't let go.
Yep.
That duality, that that contrast of Sahara being like, wonderful. I need to know.
Yep.
And yet he's like, nope. I'm gonna fall intentionally.
This is the kind of shit where even though this arc as a whole, I don't really like as much.
The plot-wise, no. Not
this
really much,
moment, no. I absolutely see being one of those moments where there's going to be 20 flashbacks back to it over the course of the show. Because it's going to be that influential for Kaiji as a person in all of the other struggles that he ends up being in, right?
Right.
Where it's but Ishida believed in me, right? Ishida knew that I would make it through that. And I made it through. I helped his family. I'm going to make it through this. I will be that ultimate survivor.
You know what's really funny about this?
What?
The fact that this show goes on for a decent amount of time actually shows in which ways Kaiji is not going to just solve everything and figure it all out.
Because he's probably going to continue to be in bad situations.
He's going to continue to probably fall into the trap of gambling. He's probably going to continue doing these kinds of things where he knows he knows what kind of shit he's getting into even more. He becomes more and more aware, and yet he's probably going to be like either equally or more addicted over the course of the long haul, because either he becomes a thrill seeker, like maybe this, maybe this turns him into the kind of person where it's that was the last time I truly lived was on that high beam.
Well, and
and I truly connected with a person was with Ishida.
That's what I was thinking might happen earlier on in the story. But now that this has gone on, I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
I think it's going to be something where, because he doesn't need that right now. Right?
Oh, of course, not right now.
Right. It could end up being a lesson of greed, down the line. But right now, it's just, even when you get through this, I don't think it's actually, is it going to be enough to actually pay off his debt? Like,
if he gets paid.
No, I think, if he gets paid. And that's where, like, I mean, from a meta standpoint, they're going to pay him, because otherwise, the show just stops, right? But, Yeah, what does Kaiji... Well, actually, no, maybe that's the point, is that Ishida dies here, gives him this speech, and that's the last thing he hears before getting to the point where his debt is paid, right? Because he was kind of forced into this, right?
Maybe.
It's I can't pay the debt that I have because I saved Ishida in the first place, right? Now, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a bunch of money, so I'll need to figure out how to take care of myself and everything. But, the mob isn't gonna butcher me, right? Because I didn't get them their money back.
Right.
So
yeah. I loved the times where the narrator kind of just took us away from this event also for a little bit, and we're like, hey, this is the situation most people find themselves in.
The whole bit with like 6 billion, people all on their own
that's
thing.
the end of it, but they have the first one as well, where they focus on the ways in which people are isolated through, or is it only the one time? Let me.
I think it's the one time, but there was the part where Tonegawa starts to,
Tonegawa
sort of
kind
just jack off, on like the yes, all those people that were worthless and everything. And the idea that they, continue to deceive themselves and saying
this part actually, no, I think that this part is more, in some ways, more interesting, because I kind of already have spent a lot of time thinking about this part at the end here, where they're talking about,
just like in your own personal life journey.
Oh yeah, that's been a huge part of my life journey. But this part here, I don't think I've ever really thought about this that much, where it's the idea that people who lead lives believing that they're eventually going to awaken to their true self and hit that moment,
hit that stride where everything works. And...
Yeah, exactly. They're living in delusion. They're living under the lie, basically, that if they keep putting the same thing out in front
they'll
of
get something different out of it than what they've always gotten. Yeah.
Right. And then at the moment of death, at the very end, then they come to the realization. I don't think he's jerking himself off here. I think he's literally commenting on how people end up believing and falling into the trap of their own lies, that when the truth smacks them up in front of the face, they would rather run away from the truth than actually accept it and, incorporate that truth into their lives.
No, the things that he's saying about the lives that they have led and the grim reality that they need to face, not necessarily with regards to this bet, but with regards to like their lives in general, he's totally right.
Yes.
Like there's nothing about what he's saying that's, inaccurate in that sense. It's just rich to have him be the one saying it, right?
Well, right, but that's the thing, is that it doesn't matter who's saying it. It's the fact that in this moment they're all responding the same way, because in the moment here they're believing that he's going to do anything about it.
Right. It's yes.
It's so delusional.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's not right, because the thing that he sort of talks about is they should just accept the game that they're in, which is. That's why I call it masturbatory, because it's just sort of like, okay, but you haven't been in one of these games as far as we can tell. But yeah, the whole idea that it's like, don't these dumb fucks know that of course I'm not going to save them, right? Like you can beg and plead all you want, but I've told you what the situation is. That's what you have to deal with.
Right. It's the kind of thing where I feel like it's something where when you look at the situation that you find yourself in, and this is kind of the cruel first part that kind of gets answered by the idea that people have trouble connecting and understanding each other, but they can still communicate and reach out to each other. And that's how we find help in the midst of these situations, is that if you isolate yourself, you will then fall into this trap. This is something that happens for people that isolate themselves more often than not. And there's a way that you can go into like a form of true isolation that is where then no one can even communicate to you. No one can reach you. And that's a very scary place to be in. And so if they have situations where, say, like their health gets so completely thrown out of whack that they get forced into connection because they have to have specialists come in and help them with their stuff there and things like that. And they're like, hey, you need to address these areas in your life. Otherwise, you're going to end up, killing yourself effectively. That's something where he's saying that people will rather run from that reality and go back to despair.
Yeah, because it's what's familiar, right?
Right. And so he calls
the
this
devil you know.
Right. And he calls this a form of, extreme, but actually the most effective form of rehab because they literally cannot run away.
Right. It's the literal do or die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you get past this, well, you just had a near-death experience. You'll probably be rethinking things a fair bit. Right. In a very serious manner, or you'll die and you won't.
Right. But even if we take the consequences of death out of this, I think a lot of people really have their lives in such easily fixable but horrific situations, that they need to have actually something be so extremely sudden that abruptly gets them to snap up and wake up in the same way that we had Sahara kind of wake everyone with his scream. That's what a lot of people need.
If we as humans always did what we knew to be best for us, we would be living in a utopia. But
we don't.
That's the damnable thing, right?
Yeah.
We don't. We really don't.
Yeah, we are both creatures of will and we're products of our environment. We have this lovely unfortunate mismatch of where we can have a great environment and still choose horrible things, or we have horrible environments and we can choose to stay in that place,
Put another way, because we're creatures of will.
Yeah.
That means our will can be fallible.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh, like super fallible.
If we were machines, then okay, there you go, right? You just do the thing that's the best for you. But that's not how we work. That's not how we work.
We have limited knowledge, we have limited perception, we have limited connections.
So for a whole slew of reasons, there will be all these times that we know what's best to do for ourselves, and yet we won't do it.
Yep. And so is there any kind of all-encompassing philosophy or belief that can then rest you from that, or do you just then succumb to despair of I can't actually do, I can't save myself. It's impossible. That's where the human connection and understanding comes in.
Right, because then you can get the bit of help from someone else.
Right.
Kaiji putting the hand on the person's shoulder to try and help calm them down.
Right, and that's why I think this one is what he's saying is so important, because I think that most people understand the idea that you can't go through life alone. You need somebody else. But it's easy to say that without understanding the stakes that you're up against.
Well, and that's where I think that's where I really liked the stuff at the end that was talking about the connection, because I feel like that's actually the answer to what Tonegawa was saying.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
No, but I don't think Tonegawa was getting at any of that connection type stuff.
I'm not saying that he was. I'm not saying that he was. I'm saying that the answer is obvious.
Right.
The connection stuff and all that, I think everybody knows that. But the idea is that if you don't realize that that's the answer to this problem, you see what I'm saying? People haven't made the connection necessarily. Because I think a lot of people don't think that there's actually people out there that, one, care about them enough to necessarily do that. Two, actually are capable of helping them solve their problems. They see their problem as it's impossible.
Right. But that then makes it important to be said, because that means that they don't actually know.
No.
Right?
I'm aware, but I'm saying that the reason why I focused on the beginning part is because I don't think people know that this is the answer to that problem. It is an answer to problems, to the question of the the humanity, the impossible problem of why are we not, in a utopia right now? Well, it's because we don't have this. This is obviously the answer.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that connection there is a wire that I feel like actually needs to be crossed in a lot of people's minds, is that this is it. Like it is unfortunately that simple.
And that's what makes the resolution of this game, even though I find the game gamble and all that stuff unsatisfying, thematically it is satisfying, and the stuff that happens that happened with the characters in this episode is also satisfying. And so, like, I very much appreciate this episode, even if, is Kaiji gonna make it across? Of course he is,
Right.
That kind of thing.
Right. Are there little things that they could have done to make the plot more engaging? Yes.
Yeah.
But the exploration of humanity is very engaging, because in a lot of ways it was jam-packed for the most part into this episode. So it made this episode very, very engaging.
Right. Because it simplified the situation so that then we weren't being distracted by all of the people that we didn't know enough to care about or have context for their emotions and things like that.
Yeah.
We can get things like focusing on Ishida, focusing on Sahara and how they respond to it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, how Kaiji responds to them.
Right.
But,
so, yeah. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Persona 5 Roll Let's Play on Twitch, and if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.